What better way to celebrate this channel's 1-year birthday by doing the channel history tag, tagged per the tagging of Dane Reads, the guy eating the pineapple. And these questions, the practical questions, but they're also introspective, deep questions. But let me, before we get into it, tell you the hazard of being a booktuber. You learn big words. Sometimes people don't understand these big words. Like at work today. Why? Which is the reason I'm still sitting, because my feet hurt. I'm a barista. I don't do cook work. I don't handle food. I make the coffees. However, we were shorthanded, so I went into the back to help out with prep stuff, which was like dicing tomatoes for our salsa. Yeah, I work at a coffee shop that also serves food, so we have like burritos too and like salsa. Very good salsa. And like she gave me like the whole tomato cutting setup, the knife, cut the tomato in half, then you have like a dicer. You put the tomato in the little like dicer thing, take the little thing, you squeeze it, you squish the tomato, falls into the bottom, completely diced. Very handy, but also like really relaxing. You got frustrations? Put the tomato on a thing, put the lever down, boom! Just imagine they're the bodies of your enemies. It's very cathartic. Cathartic. I love that word. Never got to use it in real life though. I only read it in books. So my coworker walks by, she's like, hey, how you doing? Need help? And I'm like, oh no, this is fun. I love prep work. She's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, it's really cathartic. She's like, what's cathartic? I'm like, it helps release your emotions and pent-up rage. I'm imagining all my frustrations as these tomatoes. So, side effect of being a booktuber or an authortuber, you learn big words. And sometimes you can't help but show off your amazing vocabulary. But anyways, enough about my exciting life. Tell us about your very first video and where you were in life when you filmed it. I didn't do the booktube newbie tag my first video. I wanted to be, there's something in my eyebrow, hold on. It's espresso. That's what happens when you're a barista. You end up with espresso beans everywhere. The first video I did was called 5 Questions Readers Hate. Not a very like new idea, but like it was fun. It's skits, which is what I love to do. The one that is currently up is actually the second take. The first take had like 2 skits for the 5 questions, and then I think the first video was like 12 minutes long. The first 5 minutes were like me actually like saying, oh, these are the 5 questions readers hate, and then like the other 7 minutes was like a commercial for the channel, like, oh, this is what I plan on doing. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna do this. I'm like, oh, it's kind of boring. The first 5 minutes, they're okay. 7 minutes, kind of boring, like, they're just like your plans. No one really cares. Casey's your first video. Oh. And so like I showed some family friends it, and they're like, oh, Casey, you're so funny. And I'm like, it needs to change. So I redid it. The current one that is currently up is the final result. I honestly can't watch it, because even though it's better, it's still kind of cringy. But if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's funny. I think it's funny. I think I'm always hilarious. But like I do all my videos on my laptop, so lens is here. I have a big square right here showing me all of me. So I was looking at the square, not at the lens. Because I mean, like when you have this beautiful gorgeousness, you just want to look at it instead of a green dot telling you you're recording. But where was I at in life? I don't have a life. Number 2, tell us about your most viewed video and what went into creating it. Again, but the better rant. It maybe even has over 1,000 views at this point. Last time I checked, it was 991. Yes, I keep track of my views. I'm petty like that. I like numbers. What went into it? I had to read the dumb thing. I took notes. I took sticky notes. I highlighted everything I hated. I got rid of the book once I finished it. I don't regret it. It wasn't a good book. So I guess we can say a lot of hatred went into the video. Tell us about a video that you were most excited about when you finished it. I think it's like the second shortest video on my channel. The, Do I Have That Book challenge. I think that's what it's called. Fail. It's a 2-minute, maybe 3-minute video. It took 3 hours of editing. And that was so much fun to do. Because like I want to do all these challenges, but I barely like touched most of the books on my shelves. I love the library. I impulse buy all the time. So I can't do these challenges without like knowing what names or people or places I'm picking from these books. So I did like a satire of it. Like someone who's trying to do the challenge but hasn't read their books yet. And what happens if those books are judging you for not reading them? Tell us about a point in your booktubing/authortubing career that was particularly challenging, either creatively or personally. I mentioned this before, just a time where my channel was getting nothing. It was dead. It was flatlining. I was putting out videos, no one was, well, like less than 10 people were watching. Now that's soul crushing. I'm a type 3. I need attention. This is a good time to tell you I'm really insecure about my laugh. It's a wheeze. You guys know that sloth from Zootopia? Like, I have 2 laughs. It's either me just going like the sloth, and then it's just the breath. People are like, Casey, why don't you ever laugh? I am laughing. No, you're breathing. I'm like, no, laughing. But just that flatlining time, it just takes time. Unless you come out at first with this just amazing video the algorithm just adores and throws at everyone like people throwing candy at a parade. So far, there has been no troubles creatively. Words are hard. Before I even decided to make this channel, I was like, Casey, if you're gonna do this, you better be committed. You need to sit your butt down and make 52 video ideas. So for like a whole year, a video a week. I have not touched that list yet, so I still have plans. Tell us about an aspect of being a content creator that you had to try really hard to get good at or are still struggling with. Thumbnails. Thumbnails are hard. The thumbnails is the thing you first see besides a title. Also nothing, just like your identity. What kind of personality are you portraying to your viewers? What's the mood of your channel? Are you happy? Are you serious? Are you a sarcastic little baby who likes to rant and be negative? Yes. Basically, finding your identity, thumbnail-wise, content-wise. It's hard to do, it takes some time. Number 7, tell us a story that sticks out in your mind that happened as a result of you being a part of BookTube/AuthorTube. I am a downer, I really am. I always think in real life. I don't talk a lot in real life because I always think people think I'm an idiot. I am an idiot, but I don't want people thinking I'm an idiot. So honestly, you wouldn't know it because I do it all the time, but putting my opinion out there, it's kind of hard. I'm scared. When I put my, Again But Better video, I'm like, I think people are going to hate me for saying I don't like a popular booktube. I'm sorry, that light is just like blinding my left eye. Go away. That was a mistake. Now both eyes are gone. But when I put out my Again But Better video, I thought people would just like be like, you're stupid, you're awful. But no, people actually agreed with me. I'm not used to people agreeing with me. So honestly, it's just like the comments that really stick out to me. I remember most of the comments I've ever gotten. I like hearing from you guys. I like knowing your opinion. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone. It's really distracting. I know. I remember the first time my channel was shout out. That was like, oh my gosh, the most flattering thing in the world. So just people's kindness really stands out. Affirmation. I'm a big affirmation person. So, thank you guys. You beautiful specimens of humanity. Bless ya. Bless you. Bless your socks. Bless your sloths. I want a sloth. I don't know what kind of noise that was, but I'm leaving it in here just so you feel embarrassed. And this is the part where I tag someone. I'm going into the comments of my latest video, and I will pick one of you lucky beavers. I have a story about a beaver. Me and my family went on a family vacation to Georgia at one point. I was maybe 12. We were in this sort of like forgotten neighborhood. I guess it was like the 2008 recession. So some neighborhoods that were going to be built up just got abandoned, and like the lots were available at like dirt cheap prices. We were driving around a neighborhood like that super slow, just going around Georgia, minding our own business, and this beaver shoots out of the woods and tries to attack a car. This beaver had no tail. Something happened to its tail, so it looked like a wombat was chasing us. And this beaver, he was fast. Maybe the lack of tail made him more nimble, but we were going 20 miles an hour, and this beaver was like side by side with us, nose to nose, keeping up with us on his little padded feet. It was the strangest thing. Beavers can run. But anyways, I'm going to tag someone now. I go off track a lot. Okay, for my last video, the ladies and books I just might want to throw an actual book at. I love that title. Elsie, how about you, Elsie? Elsie Reads and Speaks. Let's go watch Elsie's videos. Let's do it. She's got a cute thumbnail picture, cute channel picture. What are you guys still doing here? Go to Elsie Reads and Speaks channel immediately. Description down below and in the below. You will see her link. Get over there. And I will see you beautiful specimens of beavers. Why am I still in the beaver rant? Don't trust a beaver without a tail. But now I want to do what I did in the last video if I'm posting it as I think I am. We talked about favorite songs last time. Now, tell me your favorite animal. Super simple, but I have an obsession with cheetahs. I love cheetahs, probably because of 21 Pilots. My spirit animal, though, is an anteater, and I understand perfectly why. Not the cute little anteaters, the giant anteaters. The big, bushy, slow anteaters. They like to stay by themselves. They just want to eat, and their hair gets everywhere. I am an anteater spiritually. Tell me your spirit animal. I've taken a lot of spirit animal tests on multiple different websites. So I have like 5 different spirit animals. One is a swan, a buffalo, an anteater, and 2 others I don't know because they weren't cool. I'll see you next time. Keep turning pages. You guys remember Pilot Pin from Again But Better? Pilot Pin. Ridiculous. Peace.